Hello, everyone! Yes, I know it's been a long time since the last episode, but welcome back to my podcast! Today, we'll be discussing a few topics that...
Hold it right there, Prince Shadow. I'm afraid that I can't allow you to continue with your current plan. Or rather, lack of one.
I'm sorry, but who are you? Also, how exactly did you manage to get past Aunt Celestia's royal guards?
Where have you been, Prince Shadow? Those guards are the same that Commander FireBrand and I train. In short, I told them to let me in, or else I'd take away their dinner-time cake privileges for a month.
What? No wonder Mother complains that Aunt Tia is too lenient with her guard. Anyway, back to my previous question.
Ah yes, my name is Aramau, and I'm here because Princess Celestia told me that her nephew was going to just rush through his latest podcast endeavor haphazardly without any clear segues or structure and leave everyone confused. And as your actions reflect on the royal family, and therefore her, I, as her pupil and direct military liaison, must make sure you conduct yourself properly.
I, unfortunately, have to agree with you, Miss Aramau. Well, since you're already here, and you need to fix my way of doing my podcast, why don't you join me? I have the topics we'll be discussing right here in front of me.
I don't see why not. Just give me a few moments to read them over.
Not a problem. Now, as I was saying, welcome to episode 2 of Randomocity. Hello, all my beautiful nightmares, and welcome to episode 2 of an ongoing podcast, Randomocity, where we talk about anything and everything in the fandom. And I just totally drew a blank. Joining me is,
Well, hold on. I thought we were going by the script, and you weren't going by the script. My bad. Hold it right there, Prince Shadow. I'm afraid... Well, I mean, you can always audio edit, honey.
No, I know, but I told you that the podcast was going to be recorded separately from the skits.
Oh. Whoops.
We're off to a beautiful start.
Just a touch.
Now, as I was trying to say, if you saw that little intro today, then you know that joining me, and if you've already heard from her voice, you know that's joining me is Aramau, otherwise known as FireBrand's secretary.
It's quite the interesting title, I'll give you that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm actually kind of curious on how that all started, because when I was watching his, Taking Too Seriously vids, or actually any of his vids, there was never really a point where it showed why you were just suddenly there.
Yeah, well, that was because in real life, I was just sort of there. One day he was complaining that he had like 50 projects to do, and I asked him if he needed any help. He said, what I really need is a secretary. And then I was like, I can do that.
It's kind of like...
You serious? Yeah, I can do that. And he kind of broke for a few minutes. Like, he just had no idea what to do.
Doesn't he break for a few minutes on everything that he's not expecting?
Yeah, pretty much. Josh.exe stopped working.
Speaking of which, I actually have a, speaking of those .exe stuff, I actually have a couple, error things that I use for my editing sometimes. One is night.exe has crashed due to too much rage and or crazy. And then the three options are force close the program, restart, or no, it's okay, force close. Oh no, it's okay, restart, force kill everything.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, but again, it's just supposed to be for comedy purposes.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, as you were saying, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's okay. So he just sort of froze for a little while, and then I was joking with some other people because brought this up in a group chat, and then he private messaged me, and he's like, "Are you serious?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, I'm gonna get my schedule together." Within a week, I had him and his editors sort of whipped into a system, and I was scheduling everything for him. I still have control over his schedule to this day, and um, it's been working out really well. I mean, we didn't actually start dating until later. I was hired June 20th. He asked me out on August 2nd. So there was a bit of time where he wasn't dating an employee.
Yeah, speaking of that, well, I mean, then again, in military time, if you're once you're out of training camp, you are allowed to date other they're not called employees at this point. They're
Well, technically Aramau is not part of the military. She is a civilian contractor.
yes, but I mean, I'm just saying that even though there are civilian contractors and stuff like the Navy and the military, um, but they still go by the same rules as the military, such as there
Yep.
is no such thing as um, employee fraternization, because uh, once the troops are out of basic training, they are allowed to have um, they are allowed to have relationships with other brothers or sisters in arms,
Hmm.
just as long as that is kept either a within a shared home, or b when they're off duty.
Well, we keep it fairly, certainly professional.
Um, I was about to. Do I need to direct your attention to that? I forget the name of it, but the red
The one with
pony that you
the
wanted
one with
to that FireBrand literally had to kiss you just to calm you down.
main attraction with Misanthropony. Well,
Yes.
I mean, he messed with my schedule. Thou dost not mess with my schedule.
um.
But no, see, I like that the intro story to that was actually really true. I had been trying to get him to like script with Josh for
6 months. He said
Yeah.
6 months.
Yeah. And just things kept coming up or I couldn't reach him. It was just a big old disaster. There's still someone I actually haven't reached. Like after all this time, and I've been his secretary for like 9 months now.
Jeez.
10 months. There's still someone that I have not been able to contact. And it's driving me a little bit insane, but no more so than usual. Um
I was about to say that if Knight was ever actually on there, he would actually probably find your antics comforting in a strange duality. Mainly because Knight, as the OC Knight, has actually here's a bit of backstory for him, just in case you need to know it. He was born on the moon on the 980th year of Luna's banishment.
hmm.
Mainly because the moon's magic is so much less than Equestria's magic that a unicorn, even quote unquote half alicorn, takes a huge amount of magic to develop properly inside of a womb. But because there wasn't as much magic output on the moon, he developed extremely slowly. I can just imagine the pain for Luna right at this point.
Oh yeah, about 300 years of morning sickness. Whee!
Yeah. Anyway, when the stars aided in their escape, he was accidentally knocked off course because Luna was, as Nightmare Moon, was too eager for revenge. Blah 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 blah. Revenge story. So anyway, he ends up in the Everfree Castle until weirdly enough, Fluttershy finds him trying to get Angel Bunny because it's Angel Bunny. So anyway, at this point in time, he's basically living in Twilight's castle. And you know how Twilight is when it comes to a schedule. Thou doth not mess with Twilight's schedule unless thou has a death set wish.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's why I said, if he saw like that, he would probably actually be more comfortable in his situation than he normally would be.
Well, see, actually, we both went to Celestia School for Gifted Unicorns, but Twilight was always in it. Twilight was a couple of years ahead of Aramau.
Yeah, and honestly, I think Knight should go to that school, but except for a certain weakness of his.
Also, he's a little old for it.
Well, actually, okay, technically, in terms of birth years, he's only 21.
Okay.
In terms of magical development, he's 2 or 3 years old.
Yeesh.
Yeah, again, the moon's magic with so much less that if he tries to cast any more than 3 spells on Equestria, he will get too much magic overload, and he could potentially end up in a magically induced coma.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's why he's a very, very weak unicorn.
Hmm.
But there's also a flip side to that. If he uses his magic in a full moon, he has to be careful. He has to be careful not to use any shadow magic, because one, that can go out of control, because it's shadows. Why would you use shadows in a full moon? You know?
Yeah.
And 2, it could potentially draw out something that even Luna had a hard time controlling. If you need a
yes.
yeah. He has his own nightmare form, except it's a permanent nightmare form. There is no getting rid of it.
Lovely.
Yes. Well,
Not even with the elements of harmony.
Well, to be fair, he was born half nightmare because his father is Sombra, so he's also half demon.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So, well, I mean, he can force himself into that form. But when he forces himself into that form, he's just a little more he's just a little stronger, a bit better with his magic, taller. Oh, and he's also just he's a monster, basically, if he forces himself into that form. Okay, not really a monster, more of an anti-hero, but...
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, we're getting off track again.
Neither of those were one of our topics.
Yes, exactly, and we just did it anyway, because why the hell not?
Yeah, well, everybody needs a little background on the people that they're listening to.
Yeah, true. True enough. Anyway, our first topic for today is we are going to be discussing the Twilight versus Raven death battle. So, first, what were your initial thoughts when watching this death battle?
Okay, I am completely biased because the Teen Titans TV show that was on, 2003 to 2007 or so
May it rest in peace at this point?
Yeah, it's my favorite animated TV show of all time. So, while I enjoy Twilight Sparkle, she's not Best Pony, I was rooting for Raven. And so I was pleased with the outcome. However, I do feel like the commentators and the judges missed some good opportunities.
Yeah, especially with... I honestly think they glazed over a few of both combatants' abilities.
Exactly.
And they said they analyzed their armor and skills. Yeah. Does that mean all their armor and all their skills?
It should.
It should, but it doesn't. Like, for instance, they forgot to say that even though Twilight was in Equestria, they forgot to say that the creators of Equestria said that the gravity and the chemical substances of Equestria are twice as much as Earth. And Raven came from an Earth.
Technically, Raven came from Azarath, but I'll let you go there.
True. Okay, well, Raven had spent a lot of her time on Earth.
Yes.
So to say that Raven would just be automatic for them to assume that Equestria is just like Earth is downgrading Equestria's abilities just a smidge.
Yeah, but then again, if you take all of the calculations that they used in order to get their newtons and gravity and stuff like that, and multiplied it by 2, you would still wind up with some of them still being less than Ravens. However,
True.
Yes, the assumptions that the Earth, the gravity, and the physics are the same is incorrect.
Yeah, especially
I can hear Fiara Tank Girl just like writhing in agony.
I can just see the scientists that watch my channel going, he has no idea what he's talking about, does he? And I will fully admit, no, I don't. I am not a science major. I'm an animal science major. There's a difference there.
Yeah, not physics.
Yeah.
No. But then again, I'm an English major, so
yeah.
I'm about as far from it as you can get.
Well, I mean, just because I'm not a science major doesn't mean I wasn't good at math and science in high school.
Yeah, I graduated high school with a 4.2 GPA. That means you had to get pretty good in math and science too.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. History was my worst subject, but English, math, science were my #1 subjects all throughout school.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because I'm also writing a novella, but that's beside the point.
So, I was happy that Raven won because, again, very, very biased. I love DC. I love the Teen Titans. I love Raven.
What 90s kid in their right mind would not have enjoyed the original Teen Titans series? Well, unless of course they're one of those Marvel Nazis, but again,
I think even they would have enjoyed this because it wasn't like super DC.
Well, yeah.
DC usually winds up having. I feel like DC winds up having the best shows, and Marvel has the movies.
Yeah.
That is just kind of an established fact. Teen Titans was one of those incredible shows.
Yeah. Well, now
No, not to say that Marvel doesn't have good shows like Avengers: Earth's Heroes. Really good.
But there's also more Netflix original series that Marvel has, such as Iron Fist, a new hero, which they're never going to use which I doubt they're ever going to use for Avengers because.
Mm-hmm. Well, Iron Fist is not a new hero. Iron Fist has been around for a while.
No, I know, but I'm saying, I didn't say a new hero. I'm just saying, like, it's a new series on Netflix only, but I don't think he's going to be a new hero for the Avengers, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, definitely not. They're trying to keep their Netflix stuff separate because
it's like
they have they have like a tentative relationship with Netflix. Meanwhile, DC has embraced Netflix. You got Arrow and The Flash, 2 extremely long-running series. Then you
also Supergirl.
Exactly. And all 3 of those shows are excellent.
And all 3 of those shows tend to overlap into each other at times too.
Exactly, they do crossovers.
Even though both the Flash and even though Flash and Arrow are on the same network, and then there's Supergirl on a separate network.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, then that's DC, so.
Exactly, but I mean, in the first season of The Flash, you had 2 appearances by members of the Arrow cast.
The first one was in the very first episode, which was just Oliver telling Barry to be the hero that his people need.
Well, no, that one was a flashback to the Arrow episodes. Or wait, no.
No, that was not. No,
Oh, you're right.
no.
Also, then that was 3 appearances in the first season alone.
Yeah, because in the Arrow episode, we get a text from the Flash, but then that's when the episode ends, and then the very first episode of Flash is where that immediately continues from.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one in the first season is, if I remember correctly, it's Arrow and 2 other people. What is it? Trying to find the guy with the boomerang. If I remember correctly, or that's part of the second season.
Actually, no, that was first season. However, there's one other one. Felicity.
Oh, yes, I remember now, yeah. Felicity came, I want to say, halfway through the first season, maybe sooner than that.
Like during the 6th episode or something, like to help with the, like,
To help, no, not to help, just because she wanted to visit Barry because they were childhood friends.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not childhood friends, they were college friends.
Yeah.
I get those I'm sorry. Again, I've watched too much anime. I get that childhood friend trope stuck in my head sometimes.
Well, I love that trope, so I mean, I get you. Anyways. But yeah, so within the first, 10 or so episodes, you have 3 appearances by the Arrow cast.
Yeah.
So DC usually treats its TV shows with a little bit more...
freedom.
Yeah. But at the same time, Teen Titans... it didn't cross over with anything, which is weird.
Okay, well, not on the TV at least.
No.
The comics, they did cross over a few times.
Oh, definitely, because the Teen Titans were originally a sidekick team.
Yeah. Actually, the creators of the original Teen Titans were actually planning on making a feature film where the Teen Titans helped the Justice League. But that never panned out because they canceled it for no reason. But
the version of the Teen Titans that people are most familiar with is the 80s version of the Teen Titans, which had the characters that we are more familiar with from the TV show, plus Donna Troy, Speedy, Aqualad, and Kid Flash.
Yeah. And then also some of the characters were also different. Like Cyborg was white instead of black. Like, okay, racist much?
Wait, no. Cyborg, Victor Stone has always been black, as far as I know, but his armor was a different color.
No, not only was it a different color, it was also a different design in the 80s.
Oh yeah, there was more skin on him.
Not only that, but also his part of his armor mask went up and covered his hair. Like you know that old 80s one where it's like he had that almost top hat looking hair?
Yeah.
Just half of that is just chrome plated top hat.
Yeah.
Why?
And then, of course, Starfire's costume. Yeah, they needed to change that.
Yeah, because Starfire's costume was a bit more 80-ish and a bit more slutty than normal.
Well, it was just because Tamaran, didn't have, a modesty thing like Earth does, so...
Yeah. And Japan didn't have much of a modesty thing either until Westerns came along.
And then, I liked Raven's old costume. It looked really cool. But, I mean, I like what they did to change it in the TV show. We are really off track.
Yes.
But...
Anyway, let's just talk about the skills that the writers panned over in this death battle now.
Yeah.
So, some of the skills that I feel like they panned over for Twilight was that while she can create shields and she can teleport, they forgot that it's basically a blink effect.
Mm-hmm.
Not only is it a blink effect, she can literally blink up to 20 miles away from her original point without the alicorn magic. That itself is very, very hard for anyone using teleportation to do naturally. Yeah. And Twilight learned that through A, the power of friendship, and B, the magic of friendship.
Yeah.
I know they're basically similar at this point, but I still like keeping them separate because that's just me.
That's the power of love.
Thank you, Boomstick. You have forever branded that into our brains. To the power of love, yeah. There we go.
That actually wasn't a bad Boomstick impression.
Thank you.
But yeah,
just don't make me try. Just don't make me try whiz. I will fail.
Well, the blinking thing, yeah, that was
just glossed over.
Yeah.
Like, she only teleported once or twice, and even then, it showed a build-up to it.
Yeah, that's not... No.
No, that was maybe in the first season of MLP, but they were taking stuff from the first all the way to the last, so they should have known that Twilight, at that point, knew a blink effect, where she could rapidly blink 20 miles away in rapid succession. That's what a blink effect is.
Yeah.
And then also, just because, also, they were saying that she hit that mountain at about, 20,000 newtons of force?
Mm-hmm.
They forgot to mention that was Dragon Mountain, and Dragon Mountain is actually about 3 times as big as Mount Fuji.
Mm-hmm.
And with how small it was from there, they think that she flew a short distance to it.
Mm-hmm.
No. When T-Rex was in his freezer final state, he threw her at almost Mach 1. Almost Mach 1. You could tell by the way the wind was around her. To a point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so her hitting that wall with not a regular magic shield, mind you, the basic form of the magic shield that small fillies and colts are taught in school. And that was just the weakest magic shield a unicorn could make. And she survived that. I think you're underestimating the abilities of the shield. I just think they were.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we saw Shining Armor, who was actually much weaker than Unicorn Twilight when she was Unicorn, shield from an entire changeling invasion.
Yeah.
And we already know that Twilight, if she wanted to, she could cover the entire planet that Equestria is on. No sweat.
Well, I think they would want evidence of that.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, in one of
the. But also, I think they might have been taking into account. Remember, in the Hooffields and the McColts, where she had a hard time freezing the whole families, all the families of ponies.
Well, that was also because that was the second time she had ever physically used that spell.
Mm-hmm.
So she was not used to freezing that many ponies at once.
True.
So, what's to say if with practice she would have been able to freeze them easily?
Mm.
Just like with the blink effect.
Mm-hmm.
She started out struggling teleporting, and then suddenly in like the second and third season she could teleport at will.
Uh-huh.
It's Twilight. She is the Mary Sue of all Mary Sues.
I think Mary Sue, I'm the best Mary Sue ever. I think she would have a little bit of problem with that.
True, and honestly, when I said Twilight's the best Mary Sue of all Mary Sues, I just imagined Lightning Bliss just cringing wherever she may be.
A Lightning Bliss is not a Mary Sue. Mary Sue is a Mary Sue.
Have you seen that rage debate about all alicorns being Mary Sues?
If they were all Mary Sues, then they wouldn't need Twilight.
No, everyone blames Twilight for all these alicorn OCs popping up. Oh, and they blame Larson too. There's that.
Well, I
I just love. They also blame Larson. There's that, and then all of a sudden just cough.
mean...
Oh, perfectly timed. That was totally planned out.
Yeah, right?
Jeez. Anyway, as you were saying.
Well, I mean, I guess I just haven't paid too much attention to the OCs in the fandom.
Yeah.
In that the only alicorns that I know of are
Lightning Bliss, obviously.
Lightning Bliss, Mary Sue, and I think Pristine.
I don't actually. I've here's the thing. I have heard the name Mary Sue, but I've never actually seen Mary Sue.
Oh, jeez. Okay, look up Mad Munchkin's channel.
Oh, now I know. Okay, yeah, I remember now, because I remember, it was, that episode that FireBrand did with Mad Munchkin. I think that was Mad Munchkin, right?
But Mary Sue's the funny one.
Yes, that one, yes.
Yeah, but I mean, she never showed up. She's in the TF2 Analysis Anarchy stuff, though.
Which one is she?
She's the pink one.
I think I might have seen her then, because I saw...
She's the announcer pony. She is, the best announcer ever!
Okay, I think I might have seen that, because I watched all of, Season 3, the movie.
She actually just check out one of the newer ones, the one where, like, Silver Quill gets shipped.
Wait, Silver Quill actually finally got shipped?
Yep, with her. It was kind of a joke episode, but at the same time, oh my goodness, it was funny.
I'm tempted to say it's about time Silver Quill gets shipped with someone.
What do you mean it's about time? I've been shipping him with Sweetie Bloom since I met Sweetie Bloom.
One, I don't watch Silver Quill as much.
Well, no, this is like a because I know them in real life thing.
True, but I didn't know you shipped them at this point. So for me, in my brain, it's about time he got shipped with someone.
Fine. The hashtag that I created, hashtag Sweetie Quill, didn't, or Silver, it was hashtag Silver Bloom, because I like it.
It's like,
I've even made a next gen of them. Their daughter Silver Bells.
Careful. Silver Bell is actually the ginger bent of Sweetie Belle.
Oh. Well, no, Silver Bell's like the flower. Basically, you know how Sweetie Bloom is good with animals and she sings? Silver Bell is, while she's still good with nature, she's good with flowers and gardening, like the flowers Silver Bells, but she sings to them in order to make them bloom.
What did she get from her dad's side? I'm scared to think of what she got from Silver Quill's side.
Indestructibility and puns.
The puns.
Yep.
I have a friend who makes crummy puns, and on Discord his name is Crumbs. So he always says, I make the crummiest puns.
Oh, jeez.
If FireBrand met him, I can just imagine him going Supernova just because of the puns.
He's still adjusting to Silver's puns. It's really funny. But the bad thing is that my brother and my father are very much pun people. Same thing with my uncle and my cousin. So basically most of the men in our family are super punny, and Josh met them last Thanksgiving, and I could just tell by the way he was gripping his fork that he was having a problem.
The only puns I have ever done to people in my family or my mom, and those were short jokes because she is shorter than pretty much everyone in the family.
How tall is she?
5'4".
That's how tall I am, dude. That's not fair.
And I'm 5'11", 6 foot.
Oh, you're the same height as Josh.
Huh. Well then. And then my sister is like 5'9", 5'10". My stepdad...
Okay, I hate her.
My stepdad is 5'9". My brother is only 14, and he's already 5'11".
Oh, yuck.
Yes,
that was my brother.
He's gonna be taller than me! What the Ah! I'm sorry. I love being the tallest and the tallest and the eldest. Now that my tall status is gonna be revoked, what else do I have going for me now?
The eldest.
Besides that. But Olivia, though, she is 13, I think, at this point. I lost track of their ages, honestly. I know I'm a bad brother. Sue me. But she's the only one who is still shorter than my mom at this point.
Ah.
And my mom loves her for it. No, but anyway, during an Easter day, this is the joke I gave to her. Please don't feel raged by it. Hey, Mom! Disneyland called. They want you back in Small World.
Oh, wow.
And that was my mom, and both my sister and my mom were just like, "Oh, that was a good one." They both actually told me that was a good one. And then I just stopped doing short jokes because I knew if I tried doing another short joke, it would fail miserably. I'm not good at puns. That's why if I ever do a pun, it's one of those rare times when I actually know it's going to be good. Other than that, I just shut up and laugh with the puns. If I find them funny. But I find a lot of things funny. So, yeah, I'm one of those guys where you could just say the most randomest thing in a comedic voice, and I'll laugh at it. Watch. Do something. Say anything. Say anything super random in the most comedic voice you can.
Egg salad.
See what I mean? Okay.
See, my puns are like, I have to think about them. They can't. My brother and my dad can just do them like off the cuff, like Silver can. No,
same.
I will go like 5 minutes thinking of this pun, and then I'll bring it up like 5 minutes after the fact, and they're like, "Have you really been thinking about it for 5 minutes?" I'm like, "Yes."
Just laying your head in shame. Yes.
I want to have one, like, when you're growing up with two punners and you get, like, not in trouble, but you get teased for not doing as good puns. It's not fair.
Yeah,
so.
That's why I tend to stay in my room most of the time when I'm at home, because that way I don't have to worry about not fitting in.
Yeah.
You know?
All right. So, I think we have exhausted the death battle topic.
Yes, I think we have, since we barely talked about it.
Well, I mean, it's already been discussed to death a little bit.
True. Every reactionist, even Blank Check, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway,
I enjoy watching reaction videos. They're fun.
I do too, but I have specific people that I watch. Blank Check is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'll even watch. Sometimes I'll watch Pinky Rose with her Fluttershy reactions.
Uh-huh.
Then again, that's about it. I don't really watch much YouTube anymore. Except for FireBrand stuff. That's the only one that I watch. I don't want to say religiously, but I watch like a TV show. Specifically his Taking Two Seriously series, because that is super funny.
Well, we will be having another one coming out soon. I think.
Just,
If not this coming Saturday, it'll be next Saturday because I know that they're working on it right now.
okay. You also still need to tell me when a spot opens up.
Mm-hmm. Actually, currently we have pretty much everything all done.
Yeah, I know. I just want to at least do one collab video with him. If I can do one collab video, even if it's not the Taking Too Seriously video, I'll be happy. Just one, please. Let me get my channel through the door. Fine, please.
Well, I don't know. We'd have to figure out something. If then, I don't know.
Yeah, but anyway, our next topic for this podcast is the review of the MLP movie. Now, I know what some of you are gonna say. This topic has already been discussed to death. Well, yes and no. Some people have watched it and just reacted to it. No one has. I have yet to see a full review of the MLP movie.
Josh did one.
I have not seen that, so shut up.
So it's basically like it's not that they don't exist, it's just you haven't seen them.
Exactly. And this is my channel, so anyway, basically we're gonna give our thoughts on the movie, our likes, what we liked about it, what we didn't like about it, what we hoped were gonna go in, or our wishes when we first started it up before we saw it. What could have been done better in the movie, stuff that should have been added, and stuff that should have been left out. Do you want to start this, or do you want me to start it?
Okay, I thought it was fine overall. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I haven't been looking forward to a new MLP movie since the 80s, 90s.
And the EQG series.
I actually haven't seen the Equestria Girls movies.
You have or you haven't?
I have not.
You should watch them, but only a select few of them.
No, I'm planning on actually like doing a full series on them, so I kind of need to do that. Yeah. So I kind of need to see all of them.
Yeah, especially. Let me just tell you this: once you get to the second one, Rainbow Rocks, you are going to love the music in it.
Okay.
Well, some of the music in it, I should say.
Okay. Anyways, regular MLP movie. I like the most of the guest stars that they got for it. Kristen Chenoweth, the Broadway baby in me, was so happy, and Emily Blunt. Oh.
In my honest opinion, Emily Blunt is the edgy of all edgy. At least the way she did Tempest, you could, in my personal opinion, the way she did Tempest, you could have sworn she was Tempest from the way, just from the way she gave those lines.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still here sitting out how I could sound edgy, and I am failing miserably at it.
Some people just have the voice.
True, but I mean...
For example...
I could just sound like this, but then again, this isn't really edgy as it is more anti-hero and just disinterested.
For example, you must have a little bit of venom in your voice, but not so much that it leaks through every word, just a few.
I want to say something about the voice you just did, but I don't think you would like it very much.
You never know.
True. I was gonna say that while that did sound kind of edgy, that also sounded like how Nightmare Moon is supposed to sound in the Somewhat True Tale of Duskshine, and not Somewhat True, the Unexpected Love of Duskshine, and that would be seductive. Just saying. Oh, speaking of which, I'm also trying to get voice actors for the comic about that, because I got permission for it, but I have not found any voice actors yet. Well, I found one, but that's beside the point.
Well, I mean, I am a voice actress, so.
True. I mean, I can give you, after this, I can give you the audition sheet, so you can...
Doki doki. But, well, no,
Anyway, we should not get off topic any more than we already have.
I mean, that's kind of a whole point of a podcast.
True.
If there were more people, we might be able to keep it on track, but...
Since so far it's usually just me on a podcast and maybe a special guest if I'm lucky. But I usually try to at least have one guest on my podcast at a time, just so I can at least have someone to talk to and have an actual podcast about. Anyway, for me, the MLP movie was what. To take the words of some reactionists, more like an elongated episode of MLP rather than a movie.
Well, I mean, yeah.
It wasn't a feature. It wasn't more of a movie. More of a feature length episode.
Well, you could say that for some other cartoon adaptations going into film. Like, for example, freaking Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo.
True, yeah, that one... Well, even though that one was still I could still see that one as a movie, though.
I love it. Oh, freaking... I know that they left a lot of plot holes hanging, and I have a lot of problems with the 5th season, but dang! The ship with Starfire and Robin was just so fulfilling!
Even though that has been a ship on everyone's mind since the 2nd season when Robin first started getting a crush on her.
Yeah, but yeah.
The adorable voice has come out of you, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Or should I say, fillies and genitals? It's synonymous at this point.
Yeah.
As FireBrand would say, no, not FireBrand. What is that one that... Hungry Soma.
Huh.
As Hungry Soma would say, she did say, Christmas, Heartwarming Eve, it all really depends on who on who calls it what. Their personal preference, basically.
Yep.
I know some of my FireBrand logic. I know some, not all, but I know some. Anyway, what I really liked about it was, I actually kind of like the art direction they took for this one.
Yeah, the look was really cool.
Yeah, it was a bit more Disney-esque for my taste, personally. But at the same time, it had more life to it than the show did. Kind of. The animation at least had more life.
It felt a little bit more fluid.
And a little bit more, like, not only that, but also made Equestria look like it could be an actual realistic place. Which I love.
Well, I don't know about that.
True. Okay, when I say realistic in a more subjective term.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me.
Okay.
I watched tons of animation because I wanted to be an animator at some point, but I don't have the patience for it.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, so what didn't you like about the movie?
Okay, I'm probably gonna get like fangirls calling for my blood over here, but I did not like Tapper.
I didn't either, to be perfectly honest. I mean,
I'm like, okay, I wish we know that cat people exist now. Why weren't they in the season 8 premiere?
Okay, one, we know that furries exist in the MLP universe.
Why weren't they in the season 8 premiere? You had all these other races. Why not the one that people seem to have, like, the biggest, like, fan boner for?
Well, mainly because in the MLP movie, it was addressed that... also because many of the parents said that some of them had questionable intentions. Like, that fish girl, well, that guy saying, "I'll take the picture of the older sister." Excuse me, what?
Well, I mean, that was just a bad joke.
Parts will fall off.
Oh.
There's also that. Questionable intentions.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But also, the main reason also because that movie was not only catered to the kids, it was more catered toward the bronies who wanted the movie rather than the kids. That's why they didn't bring those furries in, because they didn't want to put in more adult jokes.
I guess so.
Not only that, also, where a lot of bronies had fan boners for all of those all those races, the majority of bronies did not.
Mm-hmm.
So MLP is now running on brony fan base. So because the majority of the fans did not like I don't know another way to word it, so don't hate on me, internet. Interbreeding the two.
Oh, jeez.
I have no other way. Again, I have no other way of wording it.
No, you're fine.
Anyway, so it's honestly, a lot of these older bronies think that bronies and furries are separate beings at this point, and I'm just like, one, subjective. Two, I'm a brony and a furry. You can still be both at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And now that MLP is just like, here we go, furries in the MLP universe. Take your pick.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Basically, I also think Hasbro just reignited the brony furry flame war.
Oh, yay. No.
Don't worry, I'm not taking part of it. I'm a brony and a furry. I'm a neutral party in this. Did you have any wishes when you were first heard about the movie?
Well,
Because you told me you were not expecting a new movie.
I wasn't. I was expecting it. I wasn't like anticipating it as hard as everybody was.
Oh, okay.
But in my wildest dreams, which I know was never going to happen, I had kind of wanted Hasbro to like actually put in some of the OCs in the background.
Yeah, that I would have liked that too, but at the same time, they would have had to pay the creators of the OCs.
God forbid they pay a little bit.
No. Actually, here's the thing. Here's what Hasbro would have to. Hasbro would have to pay the creators of the OCs, because once an OC is created, as Hasbro has pointed this out, as actually Lauren Faust has pointed out at this point, OCs are the fans' creations, and Hasbro are not allowed to use them for any production without first consulting the creator of that OC, and second, giving them compensation for using their OC.
Mm-hmm.
Such as either letting them voice their OC for a couple lines, or giving them some money based on how much screen time that OC was given.
I would be okay. I would be okay with this.
Yes, but the film industry.
Yeah, I know.
Film industries are not allowed to pay people that were not planned on being voicing, or that were not planned on being voiced or animating the stuff.
Yeah,
or
okay.
Animation stuff. So it's not like a live action film where they plan out having extras.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm sorry. Again, because I'm not just a voice actor. I'm a stage actor, and I've done some film acting. I know some of the industries.
I did. I've been stage acting since I was 4 years old. I did a little bit of screen acting when I was in like third and fourth grade. I get you. It's just I don't like it.
Yeah, I've been stage acting since I was 9, and I've been in a fan film, not a fan film, more of a college film rendition of the Count of Monte Cristo musical.
Okay, yeah.
And weirdly enough, I was the main character in that.
Ooh.
Even though they had to have someone else sing for me.
Oh, jeez.
I cannot sing that well. The one song that I sung myself was "Hell to Your Doorstep," but that's because I was in a metal band. I can sing grunge-ish. I put an "ish" there at the end, rapidly, like "ish." I'm not comfortable in my skill. I'm not confident in my skills, though.
Mm.
For me, when I first heard of the movie, I was actually hoping for a little bit of closure on the Spike Rarity relationship and all, but all we got was a "Hey, Rarity," and that was it.
I'm okay. I know that they're like, oh, it's like it's interspecies, and I'm like, but it's still cute.
Here's the thing: a lot of people that aren't bronies don't like interspecies relationships, and it's like, tell that to the cat humping the dog.
Ooh.
No, scratch. Tell that to the dog humping the cat.
Ooh.
No, I've seen it before. I just keep walking. Anyway.
Yeah.
But bronies, a lot of bronies ship Spike with other ponies.
Yeah.
Like me, for me, I ship Spike with Rarity, and yes, I also ship him with Twilight. Don't judge me.
I do.
I even ship him with Apple Bloom and Sweetie Belle.
Actually, Josh was okay with Spike and Sweetie Belle.
I guess he's not okay with Spike and any of that pony.
I'm not sure.
You've never asked him, have you?
Nah.
I can just imagine you showing him this video and him going like, eh. I honestly can just imagine. I can just imagine with how much we've been name dropping him. I literally just imagine him joining the Skype call for no reason and going, "Hate you too, guys."
Hate you both.
Yes. Wow, love you too, guys. Thank you. All the cameos in that one episode. Just all the cameos.
It was beautiful. That was fun to do. That was fun to organize.
Yes. Here's the thing. Back to my previous thing about if I was able to do just one collab. Even if I was just a cameo, I would love it.
Okay.
But then again, that's just because I'm one of those stage actors where I literally after my auditions, I literally tell everyone, if I had to play a girl, I don't care. Just give me any role, even if it's a very, very, very minor walk across the stage role. I don't care. Just as long as I'm featured and called out to, and that I don't have to be part of the thing, I just have to be called out to, seen, I don't care. I'll take anything at this point. I'm not picky in how I'm featured in other works.
Okay.
Even if you just had me in the background, just popping out of the crowd or doing something with my magic and then just disappearing for no reason, I would be okay with that. Well, okay, because I can actually I have a shadow travel spell.
Okay.
Whereas I can take any shadow, even a pony shadow, dive into it, and pop out of another shadow anywhere in the world. At least that I have been to. It's kind of like teleportation. I would have to have been to that place, and I have to be able to visualize it properly in order to pop out of a shadow in that area.
Yeah, that's fair.
Another one is I can take shadows and manipulate them to become physical objects. Not like Sombra, where he becomes shadows. More like I had to take the shadows and make them physical.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay.
But I can also hide in shadows. I can literally become a shadow. Not like Sombra, where he's a flying shadow. I literally just become a shadow on the floor or the wall. I cannot become a physical shadow myself. I have to become I could become Josh's shadow.
Ooh.
I could just hide as Josh's shadow, pop up for no reason, then just run away. Or I don't know. I just have tons of ideas in my head for what my OC could do if he ever met Josh. One of them literally being just engulfing Josh's flames, snuffing them out, and then engulfing Josh's flames, and then using those flames to make black fire and blasting them at something else. Because in my canon, black fire is shadow fire.
Ooh.
But it needs an external. But because Knight has not mastered shadow fire, he has to take regular fire and make it into shadow fire with his shadows. Because again, there's no spell books for shadow magic.
Yeah, no.
The only pony who ever did shadow magic was Sombra, but that was just because the dark magic he summoned gave that to him. Which is how Knight inherited it.
Yeah.
But also, what's weird about Knight is that's basically the only combat magic he knows. He literally cannot learn any other combat magic. If he tried, in my mind, one of two things would happen. I haven't made either canon yet because I haven't decided yet.
Mm-hmm.
One, his nightmare form would take over and would try and destroy the person teaching him the magic. Or, not that, more just the nightmare form would take over and he would just collapse. Not dead, but just coma.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
The second one is it would just completely fail and blow up in his face. No, he just starts trying to use FireBrand's magic. Poof! Oh, that failed.
Ow.
No, just boom! Everything gets engulfed in flame. Well, that failed. On to the next thing.
Actually, it reminds me of the scene in Harry Potter with Seamus Finnegan and the goblet in the first movie. I have rabbit, heartstring hum. Turn this water into rum. And it just blows up.
Kapoosh!
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm making that canon for Knight now. If he tries to use any combat magic, not normal magic, but combat magic, it will just blow up in his face.
Okay, I hope you remember that.
I will, hopefully. No promises. I just keep appending after appendage. Anyway, what do you think could have been done better in the MLP movie?
Either more time with the main six. Like, they were just so busy interacting with everyone else that they didn't really get to spend time with each other, you know?
Yeah, not only that, yeah.
Fluttershy and I think it was Applejack had nothing to do.
At this point, everyone is just calling Applejack the voice of reason at this point.
But he already exists.
Who is that? Who are you talking about?
Voice of reason.
Oh, I was not expecting that.
He's another brony fella. He did Scaremaster with FireBrand.
Oh yeah, Scaremaster. Was that second? Oh, Stairmaster or Scaremaster?
Scaremaster, the one with Fluttershy as best vampire pony.
Oh, okay. Well, Fluttershy as best vampire pony for the second time.
Yeah.
Okay. I have seen that episode. It's been a while, but okay, so that is voice of reason. Okay. Yeah. I have seen him.
He's the red sniper.
Ah, yes, the sniper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For me, I honestly think Okay, because in my mind, this was just this was just glossed over. How did the ponies get to that dehydrated state?
Probably how anyone gets to the
No,
dehydrated
I
state. They
know,
didn't drink water.
but they don't show the point from them leaving that forest thing. It just goes from that forest thing, foot time jump.
Yeah.
Um,
Did
context,
nobody did nobody
continuity.
think did nobody think to pack a canteen?
It's not just that they. Another YouTuber, I think it was. Wait, I think they already did. I think I've watched Josh FireBrand's review because I just remember I think it was Josh saying that here's another thing that MLP movie did of Spike traveling a fraction of that distance, and it was just like it like had little fades in of to signify different moments of time.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think they could have or should have done that for the MLP movie. That would have been interesting. That would have sparked so much inspiration for the fanfic writers.
Yeah.
Fanfic writers, to your keyboards! No, not really. I just wanted to say that for once. Uh, I myself am a fanfic writer,
I am as well.
but right now I'm swamped on my alternate universe fic.
Which is
It's basically an anthropomorphized MLP universe.
oh, okay.
But anyway, it's basically where the original universe that Spike came from was basically where dragons were seen as slaves as best. Well, I know as third-class citizens as best, as slaves as worst.
Oh.
Because the backstory of that universe was when Celestia was 16 years, literally 16 years old. Not looked 16 years old, but was 16 years old. She was raped by a dragon.
Oh, geez.
Yes, and so ever since then, she's just been on a raging hunt for dragons. To kill all dragons.
I mean, I can see the motivation.
But so, anyway, Twilight was the only one that saw Spike as a little brother.
Mm-hmm.
Or as actual living creature. So, basically, the start of the fic is Twilight wants to send Spike to another universe so that to another dimension, one where dragons aren't seen as slaves, so she can save him, and then they're gonna do it so that. Anyway, so it's successful. She sends him to another Equestria, where the Spike had been given back to his parents after the entrance ceremony.
Ah.
And one where Sunset Shimmer became Twilight's assistant.
Oh.
Yes.
Interesting.
And it takes place during season 7. No, in between season 7 and season 8, I want to say. That universe, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Because the universe where Spike came from, Twilight never became an alicorn.
Oh, okay.
Because, I mean, why would you become an alicorn when your ruler has gone all military?
Yeah, no, that would just be sort of a dispersal of power that she was not interested in.
Pretty much, yep. Well, Twilight. I mean, even in the universe where Celestia is a war princess, Twilight was still sent to Ponyville to learn the magic of friendship. It's just that Nightmare Moon and Discord are the only two things she had to fight.
Ah.
Yeah, every other villain was just
Taken care of.
in a matter of speaking.
Hmm.
Like, Sombra never rose back to power because as soon as he did, Celestia just nuked him.
Yeah.
Changeling Queen was killed because no one invades Canterlot. Unless they have a death wish in this universe.
Apparently so.
And Tyrek didn't even get a chance to escape. Because Cerberus was not the only one watching Tartarus.
Ah.
Yes. I made it so, hell, not Hell, the goddess Hell was watching
Ah,
as well. Yeah.
if you want to make it a little bit more clear, another way that people say her name is Hela. Hela. Hela.
Yeah, but in traditional Norse mythology, it's Hel, Hel.
Yeah, I know.
Still. That's why I said the goddess Hel. Anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway, so basically, the main 8 at this point now, have to try and show Spike that ponies aren't like that, even though he has PTSD because of it, and scars because universes.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's basically going to become like that, and I have it set up as a harem fanfic.
Really?
Harem. Yes, really. I've watched too much of it. Don't judge me.
Yeah, I watched Oran High School Host Club, and I like to laugh at Rosario Vampire, so I understand.
I have not watched Aura in High School Host Club. I've watched Rosario Vampire. I love Infinite Stratos, High School DxD.
I like laughing. I like laughing at Rosario Vampire. If you played a drinking game with how many upskirt shots there were, you'd be dead within the first episode of the second season. But Mizore is my favorite. I want her powers. Ice powers are just yes.
I'd want the werewolf powers. Just because I myself think my spiritual animal is a husky.
No.
I mean, sometimes I act like a husky. I'm playful when I need to be, but I'm also aggressive and protective when I need to be as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the thing with Knight. You do not get him mad. You do not, there's just an unspoken rule, you do not get him mad. If you do, you better hope, if you do get Knight mad, well, then I hope you like nightmares, and night terrors, and just things that you absolutely fear chasing you every day.
It seems like you don't get a lot of people in the fandom angry. Don't get Ellie angry, don't get Bliss angry, don't get FireBrand angry, don't get Ari angry.
Don't get Dr. Wolf angry. Okay, let's just say it's not you get Dr. Wolf angry, it's you don't attempt to do anything against Dr. Wolf lest you want your reputation destroyed.
Yeah, pretty much.
So again, you don't get
he's Dr. Pepper.
Yes, even though I've actually wanted to talk to him about some issues that I personally have, but I've never gone to him to get back to me. So
yeah.
Oh well.
All right. Was there anything that you thought that should be left out of the movie?
Yes. I honestly think, in my personal opinion, as much as I say I'm a furry, I honestly think how they made the furries seem just kind of quote-unquote over-sexualized. Excuse me, like the bad guys in the thing. I honestly think they should have just left that entire scene out.
Yeah, especially if they weren't going to come back.
Exactly. Like, why introduce a furry species besides Capper if you're not going to have them come back at all?
Yeah. I mean, we don't know the rest of Season 8, but at the same time, I highly doubt that they're going to come back.
I mean, the premiere was everything we've seen except the furry. Yeah. So, why were we going to have them if they weren't going to come back in Season 8 anyway?
I don't know.
Are we just going to do it for those roadies that are furries? If so, then you should have at least had some closure in the Season 8 premiere like they did with Tempest.
Mm-hmm.
They gave a really good example of where Tempest was. She was out exploring Equestria, all the lands outside of Equestria, telling everyone that the Storm King was defeated.
Yeah.
I also think she's like Sasuke in that point. She's traveling the world to atone for her sins.
Yes. But yeah, no, I agree with you. Capper and that thing could have been left out, especially because it gave rise to some of the dumbest tropes, like the liar reveal, the betrayal, the guy who obviously is going to betray you, but you give him a chance anyway. I'm like, ah.
Because we don't get enough of that in the show anyway. Discord, we're talking about you.
I love Discord.
Yes, but you have to admit that there are times where he betrays the MLP. Where that one point where he just betrayed the MLP because betrayal.
He was, yeah, I know, but he was enticed to go back to his old ways, and he probably kind of missed it.
Tyrek!
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you think should have been added to the MLP movie?
More freaking time for Fluttershy and Applejack to shine.
I will agree with you.
Rarity is my favorite of the main six, but Fluttershy and Applejack are number 2 and number 3.
For me, Applejack is number 1 of the main 6. Don't judge me. People call her background pony. I don't. I call her best worker pony. Mainly because she's also the only one that's down to earth and actually looks at everything head on, whereas the rest of the main 6, they try to skirt around the problem. Applejack just charges brazenly head through.
No, I get you.
Anyway, but what I honestly think should have been added is not only that, more screen time for both of those. I honestly think there should have been at least some character development for Spike and Rarity's, not character, but some development in that quote unquote relationship. It's been shown once or twice in the show, and then just once in the movie. And we're left with one of the best plot points that the show has come up with. And it has been unanswered. I hope it's answered by the end of Season 8, because there's no Season 9. It's just going to go straight to Gen 5.
Oh boy.
Yeah, if they don't answer it by then, I'm going to watch Season 5 with an air of skepticism in mind for the entire series.
Yeah, pretty much.
You hear that, writers? You hear that? You hear that, Hasbro Studios? Get to your keyboards! You
have people to impress.
Exactly. So we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break, so we can use the bathroom or get food or get a drink if we need it. The recording is gonna stay there, so here I'm just gonna put up this image for you guys.
How did you know that I ordered Uber Eats?
I didn't. That was just a perfect guess. Or maybe I'm watching you through your shadows. Dun dun dun.
All the lights are off in my apartment. I don't have a shadow right now.
Shadows are subjectively any kind of darkness.
Yeah, fine.
And I'll be right back.
All right.
I heard that doorbell.
See, I told you.
We timed that break way too perfectly. I honestly think we timed that break way too perfectly. And we are back. Did you miss us? I doubt it. Anyway, so we've got our food. So if you hear us chewing, it's because we're eating our respective lunches.
I have breakfast. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, mine is brunch. Breakfast and lunch in one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically just a sandwich that I made.
I Uber Eats eggs and potatoes and sausage and biscuits and gravy. Because I'm home.
Well, aren't you a lucky?
Well, I haven't eaten yet today, so I was very hungry.
I'm talking about Uber Eats. Aren't you a lucky?
And now my cat wants the food. No.
I will bite you if you don't give me food. I can just imagine that's what your cat does.
Oh, he has food. He just wants human food.
Same with my sister's dog, Lupin. I'm sitting at the table, I'm eating food. Can I have some? Sit. No. Anyway, so on to our next discussion. We are talking about a YouTuber. Now, starting today, this is a new segment that's going to be starting this episode. We're going to talk about every episode. Me and a guest are going to talk about a YouTuber that we both know about, and this one, this YouTuber discussion is FireBrand and his Taking Too Seriously series.
Gee, I wonder why.
Mainly because that's the one that Aramau is mostly seen on with when it comes to FireBrand. So,
well, he is my boyfriend, so I mean.
Yeah, but also, I mean, FireBrand and Aramau are pretty much synonymous with each other at this point. You can't have one without the other.
Aww.
At this point in time, you have to admit.
Well, I mean, I don't know about if that's how they feel about FireBrand, but I know that's usually how it goes with me.
Yeah. But, I mean, okay, in my eyes, you cannot, just from what I've seen, you cannot have FireBrand without Aramau. It just does not work that way.
Well, yay.
Excuse me. Anyway, So we're just gonna talk about his series for a little while. We don't have to do that long. There's not really much we have to talk about. It's just a discussion of it, basically. So, so at the beginning of the podcast, you were talking about how you just became the secretary literally just one day.
Yep. He needed help, and I volunteered as tribute.
I volunteer as tribute.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, in the
canonically though.
Yeah, canonically in the series, Princess Celestia had sent Aramau to FireBrand because FireBrand trains the day guards for Celestia. I have no clue how they get by. Well, I mean, night guards are potentially worse. Potentially.
He tries, at least.
Yeah, he tries, but if the way he inspects the way that British ninja got in, I'm scared for the fate of Equestria. Just gonna put it out there.
Well, I feel like the guards don't take their job seriously because they know, oh, Princess Twilight's just gonna take care of it anyway. And unfortunately, it reflects in their training.
Yeah. I mean, they should see my guard. One, we don't use armor. As you pointed out, it's a death trap.
Yes.
And also, they all have wings. And that's weird. I'm a unicorn leading a platoon of bat ponies, or lunars.
Well, if it works, it works.
True. Plus, I at least have one spell where I can temporarily give myself a pair of wings. Made out of shadows, of course, but still.
That's good.
Yeah. Only issue is I can only use it for an hour at a time. If I'm in flight at the end of that 1 hour, pew, I'm just gonna pummel like a rock. But luckily my platoon knows to have one of them catch me, or else they get my mother's wrath.
Yeah.
And also my aunt's wrath as well.
Yeah. Well, Celestia.
Anyway, go ahead.
No, I didn't really have much to add. What was your question?
No, it wasn't really a question. I was just gonna say how I became the favorite nephew of Celestia. I'll never know. Well, I mean, obviously Blue Blood, I would know, but when it comes to Cadence, how did I become the favorite of Celestia?
Because Flurry Heart's a soulless demon.
Not only that, but maybe I'm also the only one that she gets to spoil.
Hee.
No, literally. Do you want to know what Aunt Tia gave me for my 21st birthday?
What?
She gave me an artifact that she said she had no use for, but it's one of the most powerful artifacts since the era of Star Sword the Bearded.
Oh, geez.
Yes. Apparently, and it's also synonymous with FireBrand's power. The Staff of Solar Energy.
I can see why she wouldn't need it.
Yes, but actually, she created it herself. For Star Swirl. And she just gave it to me.
Well, he did disappear.
And he did reappear.
But she already gave it to you. Why would she do gift takes backsies?
Well, not only that, but I mean, she also said that Star Swirl doesn't need it anymore because he now needs to learn the magic of friendship.
The teacher becomes the student.
Yes. But for me, I don't have a use for it either because too much solar energy can kill me, literally.
So then why the flop did she give it to you? Is she trying to kill you?
No, because she knows that shadows are the one thing that can hide the light. Funnily enough. Okay, maybe only if I use all of my energy to create a pitch black wall of straight up shadow to block all light. I can do it. Takes a lot out of me, but I can do it.
Okay.
The only bad thing is, I pretty much become useless for 30 minutes afterwards.
Risk reward.
Yeah. But
So we were talking about FireBrand.
Yes, I know. Anyway, so with this taking too seriously series, it started out with him basically just reviewing episodes, taking the episode way too seriously. And I also think even more seriously than game theory does with their theories.
Sometimes, yes.
And then also FireBrand tends to during that period, FireBrand would do something that he wanted to show that he could do, such as cloning.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. He was on the right side, and then the left side came up. And the left side to the right side had to go, but the right side was the original, and the left side destroyed the right side. How? Why? Excuse me? Answers!
I genuinely don't have one.
I know. The only one who would have an answer is FireBrand, and why would FireBrand, and why would... You know what? Nope, I'm not even gonna question at this point. It's basically... Honestly, I honestly think at this point, FireBrand is like Pinkie Pie. It's FireBrand, don't question it. It's Pinkie Pie, don't question it. I honestly think if I said that to FireBrand's face during one of his shows, I honestly think he would just be like, I have to agree with you there.
Mm-hmm. Very possibly.
He'd either A, agree with me, or B, lag.
I think it would go, okay, fine.
Pretty much. Or he'd just freeze, and you'd have to resuscitate him in any way you could. Just I honestly think I just envision this when it comes to you resuscitating him. Just a flying kettle attack.
I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
True, but no, you just flop on top of him with a cuddle, and then he just springs up and you do a backflip next to him.
Yep. I would do this. I would do this.
Ninja
I would
skills.
accept this.
Ninja skills.
British ninja skills?
No, I'd say Aramau ninja skills. I mean, you're FireBrand's secretary. Something tells me you'd have to at least have some combat training.
I do, but I only use it in protection of my honey.
Or when you're enraged.
Yeah. But protection of honey comes first.
For me, Night Shadow I don't really have much to protect. Because ponies are still afraid of me. Because they still think I'm a reincarnation of Sombra.
Well, you can protect your mom.
A weak unicorn protecting the goddess of the moon. Yeah, that's gonna go over well.
She would still appreciate it. Ah! Cat, no, not on the laptop, not on the laptop!
I know I sound like a crazed lunatic there, but... that was perfect.
My cat jumped on the laptop.
I have a laptop too, but I also have a second screen. Thank you. Anyway, I was gonna say that I tried protecting Mother once. She tossed me out of the way and did it herself. No,
I'm sure she still appreciated it.
Actually, she came up to me afterwards and said, "If you want to protect me, take my undercover guard and go do undercover stuff." That's literally how I became the commander of her Black Ops squad.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Plus, it gives her more time to do the moon, do the moon and the dreams.
Exactly.
Even though I still have to rearrange the stars every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
And give ponies nightmares when they need nightmares. Okay, when I say give pony nightmares, that's basically a punishment that ponies in the dungeons can now receive. Never-ending nightmares.
Lovely.
Courtesy of yours truly. Honestly, that's honestly why I asked the question to everyone. If you and I were to go in were to try and do scary stuff, I honestly want to know who would win. Your I will murder you eyes, or my endless nightmares.
Well,
Who would give up first?
if you were threatening FireBrand, I would never give up. Anything else? I don't care.
No, I'm just saying, if I were to... what if I were to just... What if... I'm just saying, what if you and I were trying to scare each other, and I just gave you a night terror, which is basically... A night terror is basically, you know you're awake, but you are awake, but you don't know you're awake.
Mm-hmm.
And so... It's basically you start seeing images in the real world, even though you can move around and run away from them. Or sometimes you can't even move. That's a night terror. And yes, I can create night terrors. They're not they don't physically harm you, but it looks like they're actually physically touching you when they move. Anyway, what if I just gave you a night terror of FireBrand just walking right past you and completely ignoring you?
I would probably kill you when I woke up.
But you're already awake.
When the night terror stopped, I mean.
True. But you can't hurt, but you can't touch. I'm just saying that's what it... okay.
I could tell Aunt Tia.
Yes, but at the same time, she'd probably just laugh at it, knowing her. She is a troll, after all. No, trust me.
Then I would withhold her cake privileges for a month, too.
Do you want to be burned alive?
I'm dating FireBrand. I already get burned. I can take the heat.
Have you been burned at 20 million Kelvin?
No.
Yeah, you don't want to be. I speak from experience. Never take away Aunt Tia's cake. If you do, you better prepare for the apocalypse. She could create an apocalypse if she wanted to. Anyway, I honestly think we're just not even discussing this next new topic, so we'll move on to the next one, I guess.
Well, I mean, I know everything there is to know about FireBrand's more recent taking too seriously because I've helped write them.
Yeah, and for me, I only know the ones that I have seen so far. And those would be the Griffin Village one.
Mm-hmm.
Scaremaster.
Mm-hmm.
The one with British Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
The one with Mad Munchkin.
Mm-hmm.
The one with Dr. Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
The one where he gets turned into a cult. That was probably were you with him at that time, or were you still just...
I was not on staff until the Mad Munchkin one.
Okay. Oh yes, I know now, because you said I definitely took the right line of work coming here.
Yep.
And then just... Yay! As you pull his ear. Like, come with me, mister, we still have much to discuss.
Yep.
Okay, here's something I will say about you, Aramau, to those watching. Never ignore Aramau when she is telling you of a schedule, lest you want to be chained to a wall.
Oh my.
Not in that way! Why? Why? Oh, crap. Now I just got an image of you and FireBrand doing that. Why? Thank you for
You
that.
did it! You said it!
Hey, I didn't mean it in a lewd way, though. That's your fault for having lewd thoughts.
You're talking about my boyfriend and me chaining them to a wall. What were you expecting?
I wasn't talking about your boyfriend at that time. I was talking about anyone who did that.
Okay.
Thank you for that image. Now I didn't want that image, but you just branded it into my brain for some reason.
FireBranded it into your brain?
Puns. Oh, now I really know FireBrand's gonna hate this.
Yeah.
Lightning Bliss. Oh, Lightning Base. Never mind. I thought I said Lightning Bliss. Thank you for getting my hopes up, Twitter.
You're checking Twitter right now?
I was checking Twitter. Because I saw it in notifications like, huh? Lightning Blitz? Oh no, that's Lightning Base. Never mind. Get my hopes up. Thanks a lot.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta throw in my food. You can introduce the next topic.
Okay. So while she's doing that, the next topic is our thoughts and hopes on the upcoming Deadpool 2 movie. I like how my voice just cracked there for a second. Am I going through my second phase of puberty? Because everyone knows it comes twice in your life. Knowing me, every day is puberty for me. I don't think I've ever left puberty. That's saying something. Oh well. It is what it is. Thank you, Coke. I knew I wanted to burp. Excuse me. Oh, now we're just waiting for Aramau to get back, so bear with us, please.
Alrighty, I'm back.
That was perfectly timed. I just said, hey, we're just waiting for FireAramau for FireAramau. Ship name! Aramau to get back. So bear with us, please. 2 seconds later, I hear you sit down.
Well, I'm magic.
All unicorns are magic.
I know.
Anyway, so the segment is thoughts and hopes on the upcoming Deadpool 2 movie.
Jeez.
Hey, it's a topic I want to discuss because so far we've only seen trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Especially that one trailer where the trope of taking too long to put your superhero suit on in a phone booth.
That was for the first movie, I thought.
No, that was for the second movie.
Oh wow, that came out a long time ago.
Yeah, that came out during the final Wolverine movie. The one where Wolverine actually dies.
Logan!
Yeah. And
I love that movie.
And
It's
here's
so
the thing.
good.
Logan came out like 6-7 months after Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we saw the first trailer for it. It's like the writers of Deadpool already knew people were gonna want a sequel, so they made Deadpool 2.
Well, for me, I kind of want to see weird background cameos of people in the other Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Or I want to see him reference some of the other movies. Like, for example, he hears Hooked on a Feeling, and he's like, oh, I love Guardians of the Galaxy. Something like that.
Or he hears metal scraping against anything. And he just goes, wait, I thought Wolverine, but wait, I thought Wolverine was already dead.
Well, no, that takes place in the future. I don't know how they're going to do continuity timelines that way.
I don't either. Oh, actually, here's the thing. You want to know what he's told, Fox Studios?
What?
Kill me off. I don't want to be Wolverine anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Which means he's not going to be, which means he's not going to be even in any of the Deadpool movies anymore. Which means no more Wolverine Deadpool team-ups.
Ah.
What can we do?
I don't know.
But what I do want to see, though, is I do want to see Deadpool's reaction to seeing Rogue.
Oh?
In the comics, he gets a boner for both Rogue and Mystique.
I mean, they're both very attractive young ladies.
Well,
however, Rogue in the movies was played by Anna Paquin, and I would not say that she is necessarily boner-worthy.
True. Or maybe Storm.
Storm is lovely.
Or who knows, maybe they're gonna...
Just as long as it's not for Jean Grey, because, oh my gosh, everybody wanting to bone her is getting on my nerves.
Yes.
Seriously, she's not that... Okay, she and Cyclops deserve each other because I kind of hate them both.
Oh, way to lump them into the same category.
I don't like them! They're boring as all get out.
You know what? Here's what I actually want to see. Deadpool meeting Cyclops just so he can punch him in the face.
As much as I would like that, it wouldn't make sense.
Actually, in one of the comics, he does punch Cyclops in the face for no reason.
Then bring on the popcorn.
Should I get you the extra buttery popcorn or the spicy popcorn?
Oh, not spicy. I can't do spicy.
How can you not do spicy? I ate 3 El Diablos back to back when Carl's Jr. had them.
Ugh.
But at the same time, my family is one of those spicy weirdos, even though we're all white.
Mm-hmm.
Like my uncle.
That's my roommate.
My uncle. He can take a finger droplet of ghost pepper extract, put it in his mouth, swallow it, chug a gallon of milk, throw up, pass out, wake up, and say, let's do it again. For me, if it doesn't make me feel like my face is melting off, it's not spicy enough.
Y'all are weird. Y'all people weird.
Y'all just go. You just went into a country meets New York in the kind of accent.
Yeah, but like I just do that when I'm just weirded out. Like, cause it makes no sense.
Y'all know y'all are weird, right? That's my attempt at a country accent. I probably butchered it.
Well, I don't know about that, but I prefer a little bit more. I prefer a little bit more of a Dolly Parton accent.
Well, again, I was trying to do more of a Chuck Norris style-ish country accent. You know the I know I'm badass, but I'm trying to downplay it right now kind of accent.
You know his real name's Carlos, right?
Yes, but all the memes.
Yeah.
Actually, I actually got to have one of his hats.
How?
When I was like 6 or 7, we went to Universal Studios.
Hmm.
And he was there.
Well,
because he was doing a little segment thing from his. He was doing like an action thing, in kind of in continuity with his Chuck Norris Texas Ranger series. Anyway, basically, there was mats everywhere, and people could challenge him if they wanted to. I challenged him, because no one else wanted to challenge him.
Okay.
I got my ass handed to me on a silver platter.
Well,
I'll
yeah.
fully admit that. But every time I got hit down, I just got right back up and tried again. So I said, I like your spunk. He took his black Stetson off his head, put it on mine, and said, go on and keep that. I was like, wait, seriously? It's like, yeah. Takes another black Stetson, puts it on his head. I got plenty of them. So to that day, I cherished that black Stetson. Then it got stolen.
Aww.
Yeah.
How did it get stolen? Did you leave it in your car or something?
I don't have a car.
Then what happened?
Let's just say when I was trying to fix my bike, my garage door was open.
And out of all of the things, they stole a hat?
No, they stole that. They stole that hat because it had Chuck Norris's autograph on the tag and the lip.
Ah.
They also stole my Black Flying V electric guitar.
Oh.
Signed by Slipknot. My acoustic guitar signed by American Authors.
Oh.
My strap signed by Slash.
Oh.
My...
So it must have been somebody who knew. It felt like that was somebody who knew you because they knew you had all this stuff.
Oh yeah, they even stole my PS4 3 days after I bought it.
Lovely.
Yes. The last $600 that went down the drain.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was my PS4, second controller, headset, Elgato recording system. So actually, no, it's like $1,600 straight down the drain.
My gosh.
Yeah. Because... Wait a minute. Wait, what? Excuse me, Docs. Excuse me? Anonymous Coyote. Anonymous Ferret. Excuse me? It says there's one person viewing it, but it went from pink to green.
I don't
Docs,
know.
you crazy. Anyway, anyway, back to the previous topic.
So morph Deadpool stuff. What do you want in Deadpool?
You know, I'd actually want to see a team up. Just even if it's just for a few minutes. I know we got a quote unquote X-Men team up. But here's the thing, that metal guy was supposed to be from the future.
Colossus?
Yeah, he was supposed to be from the future. In the comics, he's from the future.
Colossus is not from the future. Cable is from the future.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. I'm a stupid.
Colossus is from Russia. They're different.
Okay, actually, but I would like to see. I would like to see Cable appear.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a passing glance to maybe spark some theories.
Mm-hmm.
Just Cable anywhere in there would be good.
I could have sworn that that's what they were planning because Cable is sort of one of Deadpool's biggest allies.
Yes, but they never introduced him in the first Deadpool movie, so hopefully they'll introduce him here.
Yeah.
Another thing I would like to see is if they plan on making another X-Men movie, I would like to see them implement Deadpool into it, or Deadpool implement more of the X-Men.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, Deadpool, X-Men, they're kind of synonymous at this point.
I'm more of a Deadpool Spider-Man person.
True, and that was actually going to be my next thing that I wanted them to implement. Maybe, because we all know that Deadpool gets a gay boner for Spider-Man, because...
It's Deadpool.
It's Deadpool.
It's Deadpool, don't question it.
Exact. Deadpool, here's my headcanon. Deadpool taught Pinkie Pie.
Actually, okay, so, you know Pinkie Pie says okie dokie Loki?
Yeah.
I read somewhere on like one of the transcripts that it was okie dokie Moki with an M. I always thought it was Loki, like the Norse god.
Yeah.
So my headcanon was that she was actually referencing the trickster god, and that's where she got all of her weird dimensional breaking powers.
Yeah, except for the fact that Loki can't break physics. As much as he wants to, he can't.
I know, but that's just where she would have gotten her trickster prankster magic. That's all.
Yeah, but that again, my headcanon is that Deadpool taught her how to break physics and how to break the fourth wall.
Mm-hmm.
Where Loki gave her the ability to see past the fourth wall in the first place.
Yeah. That could do it.
Yeah. We just combined our headcanons into one headcanon baby.
Yeah.
Oh, also another thing I'd like to see from the Deadpool 2 movie is I'd actually like to see him use more of his canon weapons. Not just his katanas and his handguns though. I'd like to see his Uzis, his grenades, even his big elephant.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, for those who don't know what the big elephant is, it's basically a giant super mega bazooka that can destroy planets. It's basically a Star Wars planet buster in a bazooka form.
Of course.
Because it's Deadpool. Don't question it.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that, just from the Mad Munchkin episode, dun 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 ding. It's Pinkabite. Don't question it. There it is. Honestly, all of FireBrand's reactions, gold.
Yes.
Especially when, and honestly, please don't please don't think this sounds like I'm being mean or anything, but the way you just went, Cedar, was both adorable and funny at the exact same time. That's why I didn't know whether to clutch my heart from the adorbs or laugh my head off.
Cheater.
My heart. No, literally, me and not me. I have a big weakness to anything adorable. That's why I don't spend too much time with Fluttershy. Even though one reason is because she's afraid of me and she runs away every chance I get. She sees me.
Yeah, that sounds like her.
And second, every time I try to talk to Fluttershy, either she freezes in fear, or Rainbow Dash comes and literally kicks me in the head.
Oh, well, she's just trying to protect Fluttershy. I mean...
Yeah, except when I first tried to enter Ponyville before Cousin Twilight even knew about me, she led a stoning.
Oh, lovely.
Yes. I still have a scar on my forehead because of it.
Aw.
Well, luckily, though, it's covered by my eyebrow now, so...
Okay, good.
Yes. Anyway... I think that's all we have to say for that segment, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And now it's on to our quote-unquote last segment. Because I know, I saw that you were trying to add a sixth segment of upcoming projects. Yes, I read it. Don't think I didn't. You're probably just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
If you wanted to put it there, you could have. I told you we could talk about anything.
Yeah, and I put the season 8 premiere.
Yes, but I also saw you were putting you were also going to put upcoming projects. So if you wanted to talk about upcoming projects, you could have. I would not have cared.
Well, okay. Upcoming projects. I finally have content for my channel soon. Someone, Eliora is editing it. There we go. That's all.
I'm not gonna spoil what it is.
Oh, don't worry. And I've also got some upcoming projects too, such as I have a bit more. I may or may not be voicing in an audio drama series for vocal suites.
Okay.
We don't know yet because I auditioned, but she hasn't given the cast out yet. Anyway, we'll just go on to the next segment now. The season 8 premiere, thoughts, likes, dislikes, etc. Honestly, here's the thing. I think we should start out with the elephant in the room. Chancellor Naysay. Oh,
me do not like. But
I mean, obviously he's the transparent antagonist for the two-parter, and he's a blatant racist. However, the teacher in me knows that he has points in that not being accredited and not keeping your school safe is a problem.
Yes, but just like in history, when a new school was opening up and they didn't have any things for it, they tried back then they tried to shut that school down too. But they couldn't because it was because they were teaching new stuff that had never been seen before. So they had to create an all-new board for it, a separate board of directors for that type of school.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm thinking that Chancellor Naysay, he let his power go to his head. I think we just got Blue Blood 2.0.
Yeah. I was just not a fan of Chancellor Snape.
No, we already got Chancellor Naysay in the Heartwarming in a Heartwarming Tale.
Oh yeah, him. Maybe it's his descendant. And real instead of fiction.
I doubt it, but who knows? Who knows at this point?
Now, who's your favorite new student?
Honestly, my favorite new student would have to be, oh, I forgot her name, but it's the Scootaloo Dragon.
Smolder?
Yes, Scooter Dragon. I just call her Scooter Dragon because that's exactly what she looks like. Honestly, when I saw the episode, I'm like, wait, was Scootaloo a dragon all along? Tell me you did not think that too.
I like Yona.
Which one was Yona again?
The yak!
Ah!
She's so cute! Is there anything yaks aren't proud of? Yes! No! No! She's just so adorable. I want a plushie of her. I want a big teddy bear style plushie of Yona because she would make an amazing plushie. She's just so cute.
From the MLP movie, the hippogriff there was obsessed with, I think it was clams.
Mm-hmm.
And then the hippogriff in season 8 was obsessed with stairs.
Well, I mean,
oh my god, it's stairs! It's stairs!
They don't have them underwater.
But because the Storm King was defeated, they went back to their city, though.
That's the reason that they gave in the episode. I don't know. He said that they just don't have them underwater. I always actually found that weird because in the Little Mermaid movie, they had stairs. And I'm like, why do you need stairs?
Maybe for the crustaceans?
I guess. But I mean, they can swim too.
Even though in real life they can't. Meh.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. But it's also it's Disney. And it's MLP at this point.
Yeah, I know.
And also, one thing I have to agree with, Soma. Disney has already shown tons and tons of zoomed-in kiss scenes. Hasbro. Disney's for children. Go ahead and put kiss scenes in your show.
Yeah, let it happen. People kiss. It's a thing. It's a thing that people do.
They probably think children are probably grossed out by it, but I'm just sitting here like, meh. Although to be fair, I may be weird. I may have been just weird, but when I was younger, every time I saw a kiss scene, I just got uncomfortable for some reason. Not like a bad uncomfortable, like, stop it. More like what is this feeling in my body?
Gosh, no.
Not that kind of feeling!
Why do doing that to yourself?
I always stick my hoof in my mouth. I probably didn't warn you about it earlier, but it's inevitable. Every time I open my mouth, I have a 95% chance of sticking my hoof in my mouth. That's why I don't talk. That's why I don't do stuff like this normally, because I'll just mess everything up and I'll do so many bloopers and blah 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 blah. I did not say blah blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Hi, Hotel Transylvania. How did you get in here? Anyway, no, not that kind of feeling. More like just, like there was like I just got a weird shiver down my spine. Every time I saw a kiss scene when I was little. From anything Disney.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but maybe I'm just weird.
Nah.
Maybe I was just weird. Why does it say was? I'm still weird to this day.
Nothing wrong with that. It means you're honest with yourself.
Yes! Even though sometimes I think I'm too humble. I honestly...
Humble?
when people tell me I'm good at something, I don't think I am. I think it's just a matter of time before I fail. Miserably.
Well, not that actually just makes it worse, because you're just setting yourself up for it.
Well, okay. I think it's a matter of time, but I don't think about it at time. But when I'm doing it. When I do something I love, everything else fades to the background. That's why whenever I want to get away from something, I just go into my room, I turn on my Audacity, and I just let loose with voices. Or I'll read a fanfic chapter. But yeah.
What else did you like about the season 8 premiere?
I'm gonna sound weird with this because it's Twilight 2.0 at this point, but the fact that Starlight Glimmer was giving Twilight encouragement for the first time since the season 6 finale, I want to say, or the season 6 opener, one of those two, or season 6, I should say. Season 6 or season 7, one of those two. Anyway, I'm just like, congratulations, Starlight, you have finally upgraded to friend.
I don't know. I think she was kind of a friend in fame and misfortune.
True, but what I mean is, like, she upgraded from a student that Twilight had to watch over to one of Twilight's friends where they could actually give Twilight encouragement. They could talk to Twilight about stuff, give Twilight perspective. But then again, that's just my viewings. Mainly because, honestly, I'm way behind on the episodes. I have not watched... I have only watched the season 8 premiere, but I have not watched any episodes since halfway through season 6. I need to catch up.
Yes, you do.
And that's seriously saying something. I don't know... I only know a little bit of Shadowplay, too. And that's the only 2 episodes I've seen so far.
Shadowplay was really fun. It's really good.
But I've only seen a few parts of it. The only parts I actually saw were... I saw them in passing because I was just way too busy. I saw Applejack just stopping a boulder and then just kicking it off into the stratosphere, like... 4? And then I also saw Twilight talking to the guy in the shadow. But those are the only 2 parts I saw about it. Or maybe I did see it, but those are just the only 2 things I remember. Who knows? Still, I need to catch up. Anyway, well, what did you like about the premiere?
I liked the new kids. Some of them were really cute. On the other hand, my entire family is in education. including myself, and I did not like how they portrayed teachers. They portrayed it as easy to start. They portrayed them as boring or lame. And they just sort of brushed off all of the rules and regulations that we have to follow in order to keep our jobs. Now, it's a kids' show. But at the same time, shouldn't we be glorifying the people who take care of our kids?
Well, yeah, but at the same time, they were taking a direction that they were talking about a school for friendship.
Exactly.
So, one, what kind of teachers would be at a school for friendship? Would they be the same teachers as those who teach regular curriculum? I don't think so.
But at the same time, why would you make a school for friendship if you're just going to stick to the regular old boring curriculum?
True.
Also, all schools, no matter what they teach, have standards. You could go to a vocational school, they have standards. They have schools for language, schools for all sorts of things. They all have standards.
Like,
But each teacher who truly cares makes their subject stand out in some way, shape, or form.
like for me, like right now I'm taking a side class because the classes I needed at my college I couldn't actually take them yet. But for me, I'm going to community college, which means they have some topics as a regular college, but they also have job readiness classes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking a job readiness class because I am nervous. I could end up on the streets if I don't get a job soon.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, a bit of life thing. If I don't get it, because I'm living for free in my stepdad's rent house.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get a job and get my own place. My dad said, if I don't have a job by the time my sister finishes her college, he's kicking me out.
Lovely.
Yeah. Then again, I've been here for 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I think about that, I get sick to my stomach with nervousness.
You'll be okay.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on from the depressing topic, shall we?
Yeah.
Things we didn't like about the episode. Spike's position was, in my honest opinion, a poor one. Like, normally when Spike helps out the main six, he's given a bigger role than we think he should be. Sometimes. It's rare, but it happens. Especially when it comes to stuff like taking notes or giving insight on stuff. In this episode, they totally glossed over Spike in general.
Yeah.
They gave him maybe 3 or 4 scenes that he was in. And barely any speaking lines.
Yeah. And I hate it when they do that.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's like, okay. It's like you're saying Spike is just a background character at this point. Yeah, we know he's... And from the first season on, he was more prevalent in all the main six's adventures. And then from season 4 onward, he just became less and less known.
Which makes me sad because he's one of my favorite characters.
And he's also the one that has the most potential in development.
Yeah. He's still growing up.
Like, who are his real parents?
Don't know.
Will he ever grow up and get his wings?
Don't know.
And the biggest question, is that crush with Reddy just a childhood crush, or will he actually find love with either a pony, or will he get up and actually leave, or will he just get fed up with Twilight and her friends and just leave? That's what I would like to see for a two-parter, either as a finale or a midway episode, where Spike just gets up and leaves feeling like he's useless now.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually one of the fanfics I'm going to write about, but it's an idea I've had in my head for a while. Anyway.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's the biggest thing about Spike. There are so many things you could do with him. But the writers say, no, it's about the ponies, not the dragon. But Spike's one of the friends. If you don't have a friendship lesson involving Spike, you're pretty much denying the fans what they want.
Yeah.
That's always bad. I mean,
Yeah,
just take a look.
especially-
I mean, just take a look at what happened with American Dragon Jake Long when they denied the fans that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Not just that, but okay. Firefly, they denied the fans. That's why there was only one season.
Well, then they got the movie, which was amazing, but then they killed half the characters, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, again, they denied the fans.
Yeah.
American Dragon Jake Long, they denied the fans. Teen Titans, they denied the fans. All these very good cartoons, they thought they didn't need the fans to help to. They thought they didn't need fans. All they needed was good ratings. They got canceled, even though they had very good ratings, because they did not let the fans in. They did not take the voice of the fans seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want that to happen with Gen 5. Also, apparently in Gen 5, they're just gonna take out Spike altogether.
I don't want them to.
I don't either, but I'm just sitting here like, thanks a lot, Larson, you destroyed the fandom. I mean, technically he did, so. He kind of did.
I don't know.
He started the snowball effect. That's why in Gen 5 they're making Twilight an Earth Pony.
Interesting.
They're making Pinkie Pie a Pegasus, and they're making Fluttershy a unicorn.
I mean, they could, I guess.
Yeah.
I just think that, like, Fluttershy being a Pegasus makes sense. That way she could be with all of her creatures.
Yeah, but they're also, apparently for Gen 5, they're changing up some of their talents as well. Like for Gen 5, Fluttershy can no longer talk to animals. No, she can talk to animals. That's just, she has to use magic to do it now, apparently. They changed Applejack's design. There's just a lot of things with Gen 5 I don't like already.
We'll just have to see how it goes.
Yes. Speaking of change, I remember the very first episode episode of FireBrand where he just became upgraded to FireBrand 2.0. Just hallelujah! I don't like change.
Yeah.
And then after 3 episodes of that, he was back to FireBrand 1.0.
No, FireBrand 3.0 was actually a Lightning Bliss design, whereas the other two were Zane designs.
Wait, that was 3.0?
Yeah, that's the third one.
Well, that was fun. Although I have an all-new respect for your job. It's not easy trying to fix a guard's actions, is it?
It's not necessarily fixing their actions, more like trying to get them to actually do something without getting themselves hospitalized at this point.
I can see that. I myself lead an undercover Black Ops squad from Mother's Lunar Guard, so sometimes I have to remind them that undercover doesn't mean off-duty. Still, sometimes I think the day guard is easier to deal with.
Do your subordinates attempt to chug Cholula-laced Mountain Dew while pogo-sticking through a test minefield when they're bored?
No. They try to play grenade roulette with live frag and incendiary grenades while chugging Clover Isle whiskey.
We're surrounded by idiots.
I couldn't agree more.
In any case, you are clear to sign off. Just please do not embarrass the royal family by charging headfirst without a plan again. Scandal is not how I enjoy spending my day.
Don't worry, I'll put what I learned into practice. I'm of a mind to learn from my mistakes rather than trying out stupid ideas each time.
Splendid. Now if you'll excuse me, I have snuggles I must catch up on. Good day, Prince Shadow.
And to you as well, Miss Aramau. Well, thank you all for tuning in again. I honestly don't know when the next episode will be up. However, I'll try and keep you posted. Until then, I hope to see you all in the next video. And as always, let the night be your guide. See ya!